Captain on the bridge.
All right, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, we got an oof, captain. So we got a tweet from Star Trek Online account again, and this time it's regarding the Phoenix prize pack. So here we go on screen. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the tweet, the blog, drop our ECs, and then give our conclusions. So here we go. In the interest of helping the dilithium economy, we're making several changes to how the Phoenix prize pack works. What does this mean for you? Well, to start with, better odds and more prizes. Just reading that sounds like it is a positive thing, but I don't know, Caps. Here we go. Here's the actual official blog here. So better odds and more prizes in the Phoenix prize pack. Now, captains, you know that we have actually covered the Phoenix prize pack and actually made our recommendations based on what we find is useful from it. And of course, that'll always be subjective when it comes to that. So let me start this before I get into this saying this is going to be very subjective to you. I'm going to give you my ECs on what I feel about this and what I will possibly do before this change takes place. Right. With the upcoming return of the Phoenix Prize Pack event, we are excited to unveil a number of changes and updates to both the prizes it will allow players to obtain and the overall structure of the pack. Firstly, new prizes are coming at every single prize tier. Again, sounds good. In addition to the first new Tier 6 starship to grace this feature in quite some time. Thank you. We're excited to announce that the type of rewards being added here are no longer exclusive to the formerly seen as event rewards, but now also encompasses former microtransactions. Captains, we know that this is a game that is free to play and they need to make their ECs or real life money. Let's just say it out there. So keep that in mind, captains. Limited time giveaways and more. By expanding into these reward categories, we are opening the door to more exciting additions in future updates. So that means they're going to roll out something now and then they're going to just keep adding on to it from the sounds of it. As for the structural changes to the pack, we are making these with a keen eye fixed on our dilithium economy and the dilithium Zen exchange by extension. It is ridiculous right now. The last time I saw the DilX on PC, that is, it was at about 5 million. What if that's the highest I've ever seen it? The Phoenix Prize Pack's position as one of our most effective long-term economic sinks is something that we are striving to maintain and improve upon. And we hope players will be as welcoming to these changes. Keep that in mind, captains, as they are bound to be about the new prize editions. Without further ado, let us get into the details of what players can expect to see when this goes live on PC starting on May 5th. So that is tomorrow. As of this video, captain, that is tomorrow. Keep that in mind. We'll circle back to that in our conclusions here, 2022. So this is not the first time they've done this in terms of like changes done, and then you don't have a lot of time to react to the recent memory, of course, is the dilithium rewards that you get for the reputation system. They literally announced it the day before. This gives a little bit more time for my console, captain, so just keep that in mind. In with the new. Here are the new additions we'll be making to the Phoenix Prize Pack redemption stores. The tier of many items in the boxes are changing, so please read on for more details on why these items are placed where they are. Epic. Okay, the Vulcan T'Pau scout ship. Ship details can be found here. Captains, we're just going to put this information down in the description below so you can have a look at that if you want to look into this ship. I do have this as it was a event reward, so that's not really helping me out. Ultra rare. Holographic Lita Tactical Officer. Choice of DS9 era Dabo outfit or modern Mirror Admiral appearance. I do like this one. It looks really cool, actually, to be honest with you. Holographic Geordie LaForge Engineering Officer Fed only. Now, this was only available in the MUDs for the longest time. I know because actually that's the one item I bought from the MUDs store because I had the extras then. It's just nice to have Geordie as a representation in your crew. That's all. That's why I got it. Space Barbie, if you will. Very rare. Costume unlock. The Kelvin Admiral uniform Fed only. Now, a lot of captains missed out on this. This was free given to us when the whole Kelvin thing was happening. So there may be some captains happy about that, but it's going to be their captains tomorrow for PC. Custom unlock racing uniforms. Not really nothing that I'm too interested in. 23rd Century Advanced Environmental Suit. I'm not really into those. To be honest, I got my suits regardless, so I'm good. So that was the very rare tier. The rare tier, Celia Ceremonial Lurpa, now upgradable with this update. The Kristock Blade, now upgradable with this update. Wasn't that Kristock Blade with the Jem'Hadar pack, I believe, or the Jem'Hadar weapon? The NX Ship Registry Prefix Unlock. Now, I will say I do like having this. I did buy this off the C-Store because it was only 500 Zen. But I like having, especially when I do like theme builds, thematic builds, or experimental builds. See what I did there? I like putting that on. It just adds to the immersion. It's all about the immersion. Note, with other existing Phoenix prizes, all of the above are character only, not account wide. That's always been the case. Okay, increased odds. Alongside these new additions to the box, as well as additional evaluations we have made regarding the Phoenix prize packs, economic impact and intended valuation. Sorry, captains. I can English, I promise. We will be increasing the odds of receiving all prize tiers above the lowest available. Thus, the act of opening a Phoenix prize pack should feel more rewarding and exciting. I don't know about that. Prize tier consolidation. We have decided to retire all of the tier 5 starships currently available at the ultra rare prize tier. We may have to look up something quickly here. With only one exception, these starships all have already received updated variants at tier 6 that are available in various places throughout the game, and should therefore have been retired some time ago. Their inclusion at such a high prize tier was also misleading toward less established players regarding their relative value to the modern era of starships. We are interested in the possibility of making these ships available by other means at some point in time. Another thing to keep in mind, captains, we can't promise anything right now, but never say never. Well, again, my thoughts on that we'll leave at the end. The removal of all prizes from this tier leaves a gap. We will be addressing this gap by shifting all prize tiers below ultra rare up by one category. So very rare purple becomes ultra rare. Rare blue becomes very rare. Uncommon green becomes rare blue. Uncommon will no longer exist. We will be automatically replacing the existing prize tokens that players already possess with one from the next higher tier, with the exception of ultra rare tokens, of which we will instead double your count. Thus, if you previously owned one of more token at each tier, you'll automatically now own a different assortment when you log in on after maintenance completes on this feature's release date, which is tomorrow, as shown in this conversion chart. So if you already have these, this is what it's going to happen. So if you got the one epic prize, no change. But if you have an ultra rare prize token, that becomes 2. And I believe I have 2. My inventory. One very rare becomes one ultra rare. And then one rare prize token becomes a very rare. When uncommon becomes the rare prize token. So this more just feels like a visual change, really, is all they're doing to make you think that you are getting a better reward, because we got used to, of course, the uncommon, rare, very rare, ultra rare, epic. I think this is more just a visual change to trick us. I don't want to say trick. I don't want to use that word, but to make us think, to make it feel like more rewarding, to make it feel, you know what I mean? Out with the old. We'll continue on here, Caps. We have removed the ability to repurchase a Phoenix prize pack using the lowest tier tokens, which was never something that you should do anyways. The mere presence of this option skews the calculations regarding relative value enough to cause some wrinkled brows when crunching the numbers. In addition, making this change provides a further dilithium sink. Now that Phoenix prize packs can only be purchased with dilithium except during events. We hope this will help improve the standing of the dilithium exchange. I bet you not. I bet you not. But that's just my 2ECs. Speaking of Phoenix prize pack events, there's one starting tomorrow on PC with these changes. Get a free pack every day to hunt through the new tiers. This event will last until May 12 at 10 a.m. So from May 5th to May 12th, this is Phoenix prize pack. Of course, you can do this. Paradigm change. Phoenix tech upgrades purchased from this date forward will experience a reduction in their effectiveness. Now, this is where we're going to go, hold up. Phoenix tech upgrades purchased from this date forward will experience a reduction in their effectiveness. Now, if you have these now, Captains, in your inventory, they should stay the same. Because they're saying purchase from this date forward, so from the May 5th. We're going to read on here. But this is not, this I already know is not going to make a lot of people happy. It's not making me happy, but again, we'll include that in our conclusions in the end. A close look at their usage stats, as well as a game-wide examination of their economic impact, has led us to conclude that such an adjustment is not only needed, but also long overdue. Existing versions of these tech upgrades that players have already purchased will not be altered. Will not be altered. Captains, make sure, okay, make sure you want to keep the value of that upgrade token. Get them now if you can. I know I have some already. I may even have to get some more, just in case. But again, we'll go over that in our conclusions in the end there. Other than having their names changed to include the term classic and their quality upgraded to epic, gold future purchases will yield a Phoenix Universal Tech upgrade with the following change. Oh boy. Tech points contribution, 38,400, down from 51,200. Oof. Oof, that one hurt right in the ouch. Research points ratio unchanged, still standard. Still no dilithium cost to apply. Still usable on all equipment types. Why? Okay, they're going to try to give the reason why. This, I can't say I'm happy about. I can't say I'm happy about that. This is just going to make me even more pickier than I am right now. The original effectiveness of Phoenix upgrades stem from a calculation that assumed a price point of 4,500 dilithium per application, the base price of a Phoenix prize pack. However, with the odds of receiving higher tier prize tokens, which can be downgraded into multiple lower tier tokens, as well as the option to purchase another Phoenix prize pack using low tier tokens, the actual price per application works out to be significantly lower than 3,000. with this calculating out as a difference of more than 33%. It rendered these tech upgrades the most efficient tech upgrade in the game by a margin that was much larger than intended. Okay, I'm going to speak to this now because I heard it, or not heard it, there was a tweet from Ambassador Kale a couple weeks ago. He was actually asking on Twitter, or actually informed us on Twitter, that they knew a bunch of these upgrades were just sitting in our accounts. They knew. And with that statement, oh yeah, They knew that this was the most effective way to upgrade our stuff. But they're saying now it was much larger than intended. Really? And it took you this long to figure that out? Thanks, tips, we already knew that. That's why we keep saying, especially to newer players, this is the best way to upgrade your equipment is the Phoenix Prize upgrades. Oh boy. The upcoming change will narrow this gap, but should not dethrone the Phoenix Tech upgrade from its position as the best tech upgrade in the game. You know, if they could have just left it, it's still, you're devaluing it. Like, why not just keep it at the value it is? Because yeah, that's a huge hit, in my opinion. We want to maintain players' motivation to engage with this prize. Psha, good luck with that. While still lessening its influence as an economic powerhouse. See, I got it right this time. I had to pause a little bit, but upgrade weekend events will continue to enhance the efficiency that a player experiences when using this item. Okay, well, as opposed to 100k, now it's going to be like 80k. Like, same faces, new places. A few of the prizes currently available within the Phoenix Prize Pack redemption stores have shifted around in order to increase parity with a few prize types. Crystalline Shard is just a vanity pet, has moved down from very rare to rare. Okay, None of Vanity Pet has moved down from ultra rare to rare. I believe they're going off their new tier here. The Rise Up Mini Powerboard Elite Future Flyer, which is the board that it looks like from Back to the Future, has moved down from ultra rare to very rare. Red Matter Capacitor Device has moved down from ultra rare to very rare. Faction Appropriate EMH Mark 1 Science Officer Bridge Officer has moved up from very rare to ultra rare. Jeez. The option to purchase experimental ship upgrade tokens during the Phoenix event will remain, but their availability and pricing structures have changed in order to account for the shifting of price tiers and the modification made to prize odds. Players will now have the option of purchasing a single experimental ship upgrade token at the following price points: 5 times ultra rare prize tokens, 20 times very rare prize tokens, 100 times rare prize tokens. Reminder that you may purchase as many of these as you like while the Phoenix event is active, but they will only be available for a limited time. These changes are all for the health of the game, and we hope will lead to more balanced economy as a whole. There will be a 10 Forward weekly stream tonight, 4:30 Pacific time. That could be right now, Captains. I'm a little late on this, but where we discuss these changes, so please tune in if you have any questions. Oh boy, I'm pretty sure Captains will have questions, all right. Okay. All right, okay. All right. So I like to try to maintain a positive attitude towards Star Trek Online. Why? I've mentioned before in videos either from Star Trek Online and or other things stemming outside Star Trek Online that it is a place for me to have a mental sort of safe space. In saying that, I also got to remember that this is a game that is free to play, that's the devs got to get paid. The hamsters that run the servers need to get fed. So when it comes to changes like this, let's just say what it is. This is not a good change, okay? I will even say that this is not a good change because I'm already used to having had this available to us when it first came out. I'm going to be even more selective with my upgrades now. So what I'm going to do when I log in today is I'm going to convert a bunch of my tokens into upgrades so that I retain that value. Okay. Having said that, we'll just keep using that, of course, and try to wait for upgrade weekends so that we can still get the most out of them with what we have remaining. Keep in mind, Captains, we have had events and or even in bundles that they actually include and or give away master ultimate tech upgrades or ultimate master tech upgrades, whatever they're called. I have like 30 sitting in my bank. 30. That's more than enough to knit out a tune in its current gear, whatever they have on their ship or even on ground. So yes, this sucks that the effectiveness of this is being lowered in terms of the upgrade, but I would like to think they're going to keep up with the same precedent of giving us free ultimate tech upgrades. So it sucks on one end, but hopefully they maintain that. Now, I'm just saying that hopefully they maintain that, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to spin it as positive because it's not. A lot of players will probably be pissed off with this change, and I don't blame them. I really don't. I'm going to maintain my stance, though, personally, that and try to really just remind myself that this is just a game. Things can be obtained, things can be upgraded, things can be achieved over time. So what they're trying to do is extend that longer, especially for free-to-play players or who don't want to spend any money in-game. So that they're making it so that you want things now. In our society now, I'm not going to go over to the big old rant here at the end here, but we want things now. I want things now. But one thing I've learned from Star Trek Online is just be patient. Because right now, we want to upgrade our gear, of course, for the pew-pews and stuff like that to make us feel that our ship are at the best peak performance. But I think we've proven before plenty of times, even yourselves, captains, that you can get away with a lot more with less gear. If that makes sense. We can still play this game at tier 5 with tier 5 ships and still be fine. So I guess what I'm trying to say here in that aspect is, although this does suck, I will admit it, it does suck. I choose personally to take it with a shot in the chin here. Fine, you do what you got to do, but I hope that they do actually listen to any feedback they get from the players, either through their stream tonight and or feedback in the future. Because what ultimately this can do is, as I mentioned earlier, piss off a lot of captains, maybe even so much so that they'll just say goodbye. And we don't want that. I've always said that now is a great time to be a captain in Star Trek Online. I've always said that. And even with this, I'm still going to stand by my statement. Why? It's because the way I play the game. Okay, let me make that 100% clear. It's the way I play the game. I don't take this game too seriously. I'm more of a casual player. Yes, I log in every day. I have okay equipment. I have okay ships. And that's why I kind of started my PS4 account to kind of see what I can get within a year's time. And this is going to still help me prove a point. Whatever that point is going to be, I'm not sure. It's going to make me go to log on there on my PS4 account and get those upgrades because I'm going to need them. But regardless, like I said, they do have the ultimate tech upgrades that they give us in events, red alerts, and or even include them in bundles. So I'm not here and I'm not going to defend this change, but this change, they feel, okay, that it needs to happen for the health of the game is what they've mentioned earlier here in their tweet in helping the dilithium economy. We won't know until further down the line. Having said that, this sucks right now. It feels like it sucks, really. They're just period, point blank. Okay, so my recommendations here is, captains, if you have the chance, if you have the opportunity, I am not saying go blow your dill on getting Phoenix prize packs right now. But what I will do is get in a game, get a bunch of those Phoenix prize packs as much as I can, and then convert them to get my tech upgrades and also get the items that I normally did recommend. It sounds like the other items are staying there, I believe. I hope so, because the prolonged engagement set is in there, the shotgun's in there, and all those other things that I've recommended in a previous video. So that's what I'm going to do on both my accounts, both my PC and my PS4. Whether you do that, it's up to you, captains. I know, like I said before, and I'll say it again, this is not gonna, a lot of captains aren't gonna be happy about this. Okay, but try to, this is my, my two ECs, try to look at it in a way that, hey, this game needs to make money. If this game doesn't make money, captains, we have no Star Trek Online. Period, point blank. If this game doesn't make money, let me say that again. I'll even clap. If this game doesn't make money, Star Trek Online is gone. I clap when I try to make a point. I haven't done it in a video, I've done it now. Having said that, it doesn't mean that they should shove all these, lockboxes, R&D ships, or ways that, again, we've talked about that before. There's still ways that they're giving ways to us to obtain said ships that are for gambling purposes. Again, your event campaign, they're giving us ships for free. It takes a while, but still, they're doing that. So they're trying to balance it out, and I think it's worth giving it time. If anything, I certainly will. Is this going to make me stop playing Star Trek Online? No. For me, again, let me say this, captains, again. For me, this is my safe mental place. I will choose to be positive and continue on and just do things that, again, I'm not, with my tunes, with my characters, with my ships, I'm not always going for peak performance. I think I've already shown that already in the videos that I do. I don't care about peak performance. I don't live in that world. I dabble. I don't live there. Okay, I don't live there. This, for older players, will suck. For newer players, they won't know this, because all they're going to know when they start is this, what they come into. So one thing that I have to try to keep in mind, especially when I stream, is be positive about the game, but also call it out for the negativities. There are things that I don't agree with this game, but I just choose to work around it. I choose to avoid it. I choose to work, whatever. So at this point, I'm just ranting, captains. I hope you get my point. Again, we'll leave it off on this conclusion here. If you can, get onto your accounts. You don't have to blow all your till on this, but if you have them sitting there, at least the Phoenix upgrades will retain their value as of today before the change happens. So either get your Phoenix upgrades and or get the items that you need, whatever have you. The last thing I will say here is what I've been saying, but again, this is going to be all subjective and all up to you. Captains, try to be open-minded. If this Star Trek Online is to you what it is to me, a place just to hang out, is to wind down after a long day, enjoy Star Trek, then yeah, it'll suck, but we can move forward. I really think we can move forward, because my overall hope for this game is just for it to just keep going. That's all I want, because I love my ships. I love my pretty pew-pews. I love the captains I've met here. So, and this is not me trying to put like a positive, no, this is just me regardless. I think I've proven that already in the videos that we've uploaded. This is just me. Again, like I said before in the beginning, this is very subjective, but I'm pretty sure a lot of captains are on the negative side right now. I'm just going to choose to be positive and move around it, work around it as much as I can. So again, captains, there's our two ECs on this matter. At the end of the day, you're going to be the one making that decision, whether you sort of just roll with the punches and or just throw up your hands. I hope it's not the latter, but to each their own. Again, I said it before, I don't agree with this. I wish they would have just kept the technological points where they were in terms of just not nerfing that. Let's be honest here, it's a nerf. But like I said, I will work around it. Captains, let's just be as positive as we can be. And moving forward, I want to think of the overall health of the game so that Star Trek Online can keep being a place where we can hang out on the bridge, do our pretty pew-pews, and of course, nerd out and talk about Star Trek. Because at the end of the day, for me, that is what it is all about. So, captains, comment the video below. I'm not going to say like the video because I'm pretty sure you're not going to like it. But if you can, like it. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel to help us reach our next milestone here. And again, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to you captains who have subscribed. I'm very humbled and honored. Look out for more future content from us. But until the next video, we'll leave it on this.
Live long and prosper.